Hey guys, this is Coach Ryder, one of the strength coaches here at Blue Vine Northwest, and welcome to Strength and Conditioning for the 2020-21 school year. Um, I'm sure you've heard from every other teacher that this year is going to look different, and we're going to have an experience ourselves coming into weights this year with all the new things that are going to take place and how we're going to have to navigate through that. Um, just want to introduce myself a little bit. My name's Clint Ryder. This will be my fourth year here at Blue Valley Northwest. Um, I am from a small little town in southeast Kansas named McCune, and I went to grade school there from kindergarten through eighth grade, and then I attended high school at a 3A high school called Cherokee. It's about 12 miles southwest of Pittsburgh. Some of you guys might know where that's at. I grew up on a family farm out there, and we farmed about 2,000 acres. Um, the farm's been in the family for about 120 years on my mom's side. After high school, I played a year of college football at Hutch JUCO before coming back to Pittsburgh State and finishing up my degree there in technology education. While I was going to school, I got into coaching. I started coaching when I was 19. And I coached at my old school, my alma mater, for a few years before being offered the opportunity to be the head football coach there. And as I was doing that, I was kind of doing a technology role job there, and then transitioned into teaching weights at Cherokee. And then I did that for about a year and a half, and ended up taking a new job in another 3A school called Heston. And Heston is about 30 minutes north of Wichita on I-35, or 135, excuse me, just north of Newton. I was there for 4 years. My wife and I got married in July of 2013 when we moved to Heston, and we were there for 4 years. And in March of 2016, my daughter Reese was born. And then in the spring of 2017 is when I interviewed up here at Blue Vine Northwest and ended up taking the job up here. Um, it's been an awesome experience in our weight room and in what we like to call the Church of Iron. We've had a lot of changes over the last 4 years. My first year here, we had 105 students in strength and conditioning total, and that was sophomores through seniors throughout all classes. So things have changed a little bit. Last year, we had over 380 kids in weights classes, and that was due in some part to the fact that freshmen could take weights last year, but we had over 190 sophomore through seniors, and then about 190 freshmen. So our numbers have continued to grow, and it's been awesome to see how our strength program has continued to build over the last 4 years, and certainly looking forward to getting back in person. I haven't gone 6 months without being in a weight room since I was probably 22 years old, so about 10 or 11 years ago. So it's going to be a little bit unique for me, as I'm sure it will be for you guys starting out this year. Speaking of my family, my wife Michelle, she's from the Wichita area. And she does some work for an HR company. She's not in education. And then we have two children. We have Reese, who's 4, and Reese just started pre-K today. So I was going to show you guys a quick picture of my daughter Reese. And this is, if I can stop getting emails, that's my daughter Reese. She just turned 4, and she wants to be a dentist when she gets older. And here is a picture of my wife, Michelle, and my 8-month-old son, Bo. So Bo just turned 8 months. He's getting four teeth right now, and he was very unhappy for the first 6 months of his life since he could start moving. So the first couple months in quarantine were not much fun for me particularly, because my wife was working at home and I wasn't doing as much. So but he's crawling and pulling himself up now, and he seems to be much more content. So Class this year is going to look a lot different, whether that means when we're in the weight room or when we are in a remote or a hybrid environment. Those of you who were in classes last spring, when we're in remote, it's going to look very similar to some of the things that we did throughout that time, where we have workouts available for you guys, and you guys would check in with myself each day and kind of get the workout, and we'll kind of have a couple options for you guys to make sure you get what's best for you in that realm, or what you may have available for you. Once we get back in the weight room, we're gonna have to be hyper vigilant. The changing out processes are going to look a lot more strict. They're going to be it's going to take a lot more time, and so our time in the weight room is going to be a little bit more limited. But just to be back in the weight room will be a fun experience, and something I'm very much looking forward to. So as we get going these first few weeks, I just want to kind of get to know you guys, give you some things to start out with, so that we're a little bit better prepared when we come back into the weight room. Hopefully in early October. We'll see how that goes. But I certainly, this is not something I want to get used to. I like seeing my students in person and developing those relationships, not through a virtual environment. So once we get back, we're going to keep making the Church of Iron great, setting new records, and taking our program to new heights. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of you, and parents. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. And looking forward to my fourth year here, and it's going to be the best one yet once we get in person. So take care, guys, and go Huskies.